The plot twist. Anyway, the Saprat of Rahana. First, we must inform everyone of the situation. Johanna's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Can you answer me this? So Nahana is trapped in the tower. She's still alive, yes? Then we must make warning scales as many as we can. The prototype worked perfectly. This Nahana proved at peril herself. So let us make more scales, and then she and all those who were taken might be saved. As alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, the satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his helpful condolences and retaliates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl that he might personally discuss the production of the boring scales with you. And to our Elorzian visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Vistra Nahana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of cooperation. And so, if it is agreeable, you not accompany the Radha for an audience with His Excellency? We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it's settled. Please come to the gates east east of the Giant's Gall grounds, and I will show you into the city. I'm gonna be honest, we've been here a lot longer than we were in the other place. Oh man. Gosh. People are gonna lose their minds when they see that plot twist. Because like he said, he has Van Daniel's memories and power, but he was able to stay as himself. Which means he wasn't tempered or like truly he's not a he's an Asian that somehow bypassed how an Asian works. Oh, we get to go to a new place. We get to go into the city finally. Yay! Ow! Up, up, up. Is this a fate? Oh, snap it. Oh, it's a... I don't want to do it now until most. What now? All present? Then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently at a state of high alert. Strict restrictions are in place to entry. Though you may have granted special position, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. Ooh.
A vast rock squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rods at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
Reminds me of Egypt. Reminds me of the Eye of Egypt.
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
Whoa.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
The door. Anyone who's done treasure maps know what that door is.
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are, Megadota. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzat-Han. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman. that it will be instrumental in saving Nadana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not.
What?
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right.
Ah!
The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh my god.
I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the First Brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgardsormr's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A figurehead.
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
"'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my whim."
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
Really? And I thought you two were just flirting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warm-blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Rad's at Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Paddlethan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm, or the ruler of Rad's at Han, I see no reason to refuse. Nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Charlian and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zod. Oh, and if you haven't done so, be sure to attune to the Aetherai here before departing, unless, of course, you enjoy violent... Oh. Back to old Charlian. Sadly, you can't use mounts here. I don't know why I'm running. I could have just used the aetheryte to go to this shard. Guess I'm still trying to get used to things. Look at that outfit. What are we in high school? Just as I was getting used to the Balmy Trabnair. We're back in Chile. Charlie, take care not to catch your death, okay? Need you for the battles to come. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let's take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Oh. And the dark of the tower. Since there have been progress in both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective locales?
Your time in Thafnir has certainly been eventful.
Yeah, it has been. Honestly, it was a lot more eventful than Charlie.
Carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thafnir.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Fodola's report, they were unable to free the Emolja. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Ifrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal, thus the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within. Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
So we can hope, and I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Cryo, Yostela, and myself. The remaining Scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodor by a considerable margin.
What about Valentine? She knows a healing. Are you sure it's in the right group?
If you're to fight primals, then you'd best have at least one healer with you.
Ah.
And I am more than happy to fulfill that role. I found wielding a sage's armament to be rather intuitive, and look forward to testing them against a more challenging foe.
I'm sure you do.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Radzat Han of our movements. So let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
The military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
About that. Yeah, somebody should. What more? Jeez. It sure rains a lot here. I'm just saying. Rains a lot. So how much are we at? Oh yeah, we're almost near 83. I might run. I know we're about to unlock the dungeon. Tower is Zot dungeon, so. So the thing is, I might actually run it like 2 or 3 times in order to get like probably 2 or 3 levels. At least we're finally doing level 81 quest. We did a lot of 80. I will. We'll probably take a break in a moment. I think the moment I unlock this tower. Our friend over yours, Al. We don't expect you. You and yours will lead the mission into the tower until the warning skills will be delivered soon. Until then, please stand by at the boat. Get ready. When your fellows arrive, I will direct them to join you. We pray that you will safety and success. Wow. Safe. Level 70. Level 80 in order to do anything. If this is the future of aetherite travel, I think I'll stick to buttes. No warning, however, empathetic. Could have prepared me for that. On account of which I was a little late, but fighting fit mostly. Hello. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be, call you Barshan, I suppose? Indeed. It would not do so to confuse our soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you should fit to entrust us with your skills. Please convey as much to His Excellency. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessing. Our thanks. With these, we can go anywhere. We can go anywhere those with the Blessing of Light can go. Not only for this operation either, but all the ones to come. We could finally break your monopoly, or we could finally break your monopoly on primals. In that case, they're all yours from now on. I mean, if you wanted to. Ah, but I'm afraid we can't let you retire just yet. You're the Scion's brightest star, after all. If everyone is amenable to it, let us review the strategy for good measure. As previously agreed, we will divide into 2 groups. Ronald and his band will break through the tower's defenses and locate its core. Okay? Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners, who would doubtless want for healing due to the duress of repeated summonings. The primals which the tower brings forth shall be deities of Davaranian myth, as we have no prior spirits with such foes. Pray excuse the utmost caution when confronting them. To commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thavnir, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. The Tower is up, it's now accessible. Oh. That's the key. Now the question will become if I'm doing this as a party or as a whatchamacallit. Or with trust, probably with a party to go faster. But I'm gonna take a short break, use the bathroom and stuff, and then we'll load up for the tower.